No.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome back, Luke, for the second coaching session. I hope you had a nice week at work and everything went well. Just to do a little recap on what session one was, just so we can make sure we're all on the same page with everything that we discussed last time. So we discussed we were going to work on your presentation skills, and you said this is important to you as you're presenting to the commercial team and senior managers who earn different, obviously, roles above you.
Yeah.
Said your confidence was worth looking at about a 4 currently, and we're aiming for maybe an 8 or 9 by the end of these coaching videos. And we discussed collecting feedback on specific parts of your presentation skills. So in terms of making sure when presenting, we're speaking at a speed to make sure the room can understand exactly what's being discussed. So let's start there. How did the presentation go?
Yeah, so I didn't do a specific sort of presentation where sort of those people sat in a room. I sort of had sort of like a brief discussion with the head of sort of commercial within the Wigan team. So myself and my line manager had a discussion with him around some containers I wanted to bring in and around how we could sort of bring them in sort of safely and in a way that would get them out to stores in time for Black Friday. So I spent a lot of time sort of in that discussion where I did feel that I spoke at an appropriate speed. It was clear that he understood what we were saying from our side, and the points I was making or around what we could do to support sort of did resonate with him. So I felt it sort of went really well.
Amazing. That's very good to hear. Seem to resonate. Wow. Well, it's very good to hear. I'm glad that everything within the presentation, I know you said it's something a bit different, but it was still relaying points to a senior manager. So I'm glad that all went well. So before approaching and discussing this with head of commercial with the Wiggy team?
Yeah.
Did you run through and practice before presenting, or did you just walk straight in and go for it? What was your style with this?
Yeah, so I ran through sort of the sort of content of sort of what I wanted to discuss with my line manager. So they're sort of not in the loop with Wigigs. They obviously sort of oversee all the logistics sort of support office. So really sort of had a chance to discuss with them, sort of relayed back and forth all the ideas, well, sort of refined that so that we went to the head of commercial sort of with a really clear idea of what we wanted to say, which definitely really helped in terms of that confidence behind myself of knowing what I was saying was exactly what we wanted to say. I think that was really beneficial.
Amazing. Okay, amazing. Do you feel there's someone as a central point in your placement that you can use for support with the presentations? Is there anyone you have in mind around in your network you feel they'd be really beneficial to support you with your working on your presentation skills?
I do think my line manager is a really good place. He's also just he finished the degree apprenticeship scheme sort of 2 years before me, so sort of on the same journey as him. So I actually think he's a really good sort of point to sort of bounce off, and definitely can sort of give me that feedback and the ideas around how I'm presenting.
I think that would be a great action to take away into our next coaching session between obviously the time period, is try and get some feedback off your line manager. As an ex-DA, he'd have gone through, like you said, everything you've been through. So we can get some good detailed feedback off him and maybe give us some more points of where we need to support you in these coaching videos.
Yeah.
Top man. So yeah, I think that should be our key action for the next video is in this next week is try and find some time to stand up in front of your line manager and get some real good feedback on what went well, maybe what could have been a bit stronger with this. Like we discussed before, you said you ran through what you was going to present when you presented your head of commercial for Wigigs, but could you maybe spend a bit more time on that practicing the presenting to get it right bang on? So that's maybe a few things we can take away from this.
Yeah, definitely. You say on Friday this week, actually, we have or I'm now being put onto a call with the regional managers. So where I've got to present sort of the week update to them. So I think that'll be a good starting point, sort of, for me to get that feedback.
Amazing. So I think there we go. That's 2 actions we can take from it. It's one from your line manager, and then for this really important call you've got on Friday.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for your time, Luke, and I will catch up again with you next week.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ollie. Appreciate it.
On Friday.